So we're just out here at my, you call it my local park. It's just, I guess it's a place where I spent a lot of time as a kid. Just to unwind, still come here to unwind. Oh, now it starts raining. Are you kidding me? Of course it's just bucketing. There's people here walking their dogs just waiting under trees. You gotta love it. You gotta love this. The things you do for as a creator or a filmmaker or whatever label you want to put on it. Yeah, I love ginger. Just, yeah, if there's something that you should know about me is I just love this stuff. I don't know why. I don't even like ginger. But maybe because it's sweet. But I like the spice of ginger. I like the spice of ginger in ginger beer. There we go. Ooh, I love it. It just clears everything in your face. Just everything. Just it's just so good. So quality stuff. Oh gosh. All right. I want to talk to you guys about something. I want to talk to you about my favorite lens for the Canon EOS M50 for this camera that I'm shooting on. It's the 22mm EF-M f2. I love this lens so much. This is how much I love this lens. When I bought this camera, I wasn't going to buy any mirrorless lenses. I was only gonna have the kit lens that came with it, and that's it. I was gonna stick with the EF mount lenses or EF-S mount lenses and just use my adapter. But this lens is so good, I made an exception for it. There are many reasons why I love this lens, and this is the first one. Look at it. Look how small it is. It fits in my pocket. Like, there's not a lot of lenses that fit in your pocket, but this lens, amazing. Now, when I'm shooting, when I'm vlogging like this, running around, I don't actually like taking my camera bag around with me. It's just extra weight. I know a lot of you filmmakers are like, you have to take it. Big rule number one, take your bag with you, take all your gear with you. I know, I just don't like to. It's just a hassle having, I like to be as light as possible. So all I carry is my gear, my kit. So it's my camera, my microphone, and my Joby. So they're always in my hands. In my pockets, I have this lens, a spare battery, and maybe a spare SD card, depending on how much I know I'm gonna shoot. This thing retails around, I think on the Canon website is $220 Australian. But you can get this thing secondhand for around $150. That's how much I got this for, secondhand. This lens actually came as an option for a kit lens for the M5, I think it was. So there's people out there that have those cameras that have probably upgraded and they might be parting with their kit. Love the build of it. Again, small, compact. I noticed the difference with this lens and the kit lens is that it's got like this metal inside. I think you can see that, whereas the kit lens is like, it's all plastic. So yeah, just great build, portability, cheap. Next thing I like about it is the focal length. Even though it's a prime, 22mm, especially for a crop censored lens, is actually quite a versatile focal length. It's a happy medium. So you can get your landscapes, you can get your wide scenes, but you can also get your portraits with it if you're up close. Especially being an f2, you get the blurry background as long as you're fairly close to your subject, which actually makes it really good for vlogging as well. Now, just like with all the EF-M mirrorless lenses, they have an STM motor in, which pretty much means it's an electronic motor that controls your focus. So it finds focus really quickly and really quietly. Because the last thing you want when you're vlogging or recording stuff is hearing that Now when I'm vlogging, I use my 15 to 45 kit lens. It's f3.5 up to 6.3 STM. It's image stabilized. It's a really good kit lens. It's wide. This is what I'm on right now. This is, I'm pretty sure, yeah, this is the widest that it's at. And it's awesome. I absolutely love it. But if you're in the afternoon like I am now, and you're running out of light like I am now, this lens is a lifesaver. Being f2, it opens real wide. Like, I don't understand how, but look at this. See how tiny that piece of glass is? Yet for some reason it can open all the way up to f2 and let heaps of light in. I guess that's another thing. It's really hard to scratch this thing because it's like a centimeter wide, or whatever you call it. So yeah, when you're running out of light, 22mm is wide enough to vlog with. The thing is with vlogging with this lens though, is it has no image stabilization. Now, that doesn't really bother me that much. Most of the big vloggers out there like Peter McKinnon, Matty Hapoya, they both shoot on 24mm 1.4 L series lenses, which are gorgeous L lenses, but they have no image stabilization. But if you have a steady hand, you can get away with it. They also vlog with the 16-35 f2.8 L lens as well. Gorgeous lens. Again, no image stabilization. So if you have a steady hand, you can get away with it. Honestly, I actually love vlogging with this because it just gives you such a creamy background. And I know when you're vlogging, no one really cares about your creamy background, but as a videographer, when I see those guys like McKinnon and Matty vlogging, I appreciate that. It just, in a videographer in me just loves it, just feels good. It's just butter. Just butter. I love it. But the main thing I use this for when I'm out and about vlogging is B-roll. This is my B-roll machine. Again, having that awesome shallow depth of field, just being the perfect focal length. For example, right now when it just started pouring, I just quickly whipped this out of my pocket, chucked it on, grabbed crispy slow-mo footage of the rain, of the water. When you're shooting in slow-mo, your shutter goes up as well. If you're shooting at 50 frames, you got to double your shutter to 100. This camera can shoot up to 100 or 120. Again, you got to double that, so you lose a lot of light when you're doubling your shutter. But this, again, just so good. Just gives you that light, gives you that crispy depth of field. It is just everything you want in a secondary B-roll lens. Just keep this in your pocket, and I just speechless. I never thought I'd love this lens so much. All right. I think the other bench is free and it has way more light there, so let's relocate, shall we? Oh my gosh, look at all this extra light. Just sitting in the shade. That's where I was under. So it was real dark, but we're going under this where there's way more light. I know for some of you, including myself, this is why I say this, 22 can still be a bit too wide. Sometimes you really want to get those tight shots and you don't want to run all the way up to something and just be real close to it. Sometimes you do want to get more depth. And in my camera bag I have my nifty 50 and the adapter on me, so that's my solution. But for those times where I don't have my bag with me, I actually use the 4K. I know people complain about the 4K crop, but like I was saying in my last videos, I use that to my advantage. If I want to get that extra reach, like right now, it's raining, I really don't want to be walking around in the rain with this camera because it doesn't have weatherproofing. I can just change to 4K and get that extra reach. You actually get heaps of reach because not only does it crop in, also being 4K footage, because it's such a high resolution, you can stretch that out and get real tight. I know it doesn't have 50 or 60 frames in 4K mode, but get creative with it. Have fun. I love slow-mo just as much as the next guy. Trust me, I love it. The biggest mistake I make is I overuse it because it just makes everything look so epic and cool. But if you can mix it up between slow-mo and just real-time motion in your B-roll, I think that adds way more dynamic. Or at least that's what I say to justify myself not carrying my camera bag around with me. Maybe I am just trying to justify my bad habits. How good is this ginger beer? Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope this video was informative to you. I hope this helps you guys in your decision in buying this lens. Again, I can't vouch for it more. It is so much better than I thought it would be. It exceeded all my expectations. This lens, again, just chill in my pocket. If you're not sure, I'm not trying to sell it to you, but man, it's a good lens. You should get it. You should get it. For the sake of the video, I should put it on. So this is it. So this is the lens. I haven't moved the camera at all. I haven't moved my tripod. This is my 50mm. I should put my cap on for. It is tighter, but look at this. Blurry. So blurry. Should get it. And also Bundaberg. If you want to give me free ginger beer for the rest of my life, I would be forever grateful, and I will drink it loyally forever. So I'm running out of light. It's getting dark, but you can't tell because I'm shooting at f2 and it's 6 PM. So what of it? Alright, I'm done. That's everything. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up button. If you haven't already, hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers. These bags are just such a hassle. You guys know. Maybe I should get the backpack. You know? I don't know. It's still an extra bag to carry, okay? I don't know. Maybe I'm just stubborn.